Hello there, it's me, Jar Jar, and today I have Lego set number 75170, The Phantom. It has 269 pieces and cost $30 when it released in late 2016, early 2017, depending on what region of the world you were in. This is based off of the Star Wars show Star Wars Rebels, and here's the actual set. The first minifigure we're going to look at is Grand Admiral Thrawn here, and he is not a Rebels original character. He is actually from his own series of books back in the 1990s from the expanded universe, and he was so popular in those books that they decided to revive him for the show here. But you can see him here. He has the blue colored skin. I really like the red eyes, pretty accurate to the show. He's just so cool in the show. He's so intelligent and scary. You can see his rank there in the Empire. You can see he has his belt. Kind of, lackluster detailing, especially on the legs. I wish they either dual molded the legs to have his boots in there or printed his boots on or something. But pretty simplistic, I would say, instead of lackluster. But I mean, not much to it. He's got just one pistol, and that's it. They don't give an extra pistol, actually, which I was surprised at. I thought they'd give you an extra one, but they don't. Some back printing, and he also has a secondary face where he's a little bit more angry, and you can see that right there. Fitting for the character, and I like the hairpiece that they used for him. They used the slick back hairpiece, which I think is pretty accurate for him as well. So our next minifigure is Kanan Jarrus. And I forgot to mention about Thrawn in the last segment, that Thrawn is exclusive to the set, and you can only get him in the set. Same thing with this version of Kanan, because this version of Kanan is the blind Kanan. But he comes with a lightsaber, a blue lightsaber, just kind of, standard blue lightsaber, nothing too interesting about that. But the most interesting part is his hair and his eye cover, which is one piece. It's not dual molded, it is just one piece, and you can see that piece right here, and it is just painted on, so it's all one mold, and just the little eye cover is painted on and print for the little designs on top of that. So that's actually a really nice detailed mold with his hair up in the back, and just really nice like that. You can see his face here, the nice coloring for his eyes, which you're not really gonna see because this is the only hairpiece they give you in the set that covers his eyes. So you're really just gonna see the mouth and the beard when you have the hairpiece on, but you could see that. And then his secondary face here, he's smiling, he's happy. Again, that's what this looks like. I wish they included a version of his hairpiece without the eye cover, because occasionally he does take the eye cover off. I don't know the exact word for that cover, but occasionally he will take that off. So would have been nice to see that, but that's okay. There's other versions of Kanan that has his hair without the eye cover, so you could just replace this version, if you wanted to. But in the set they only give you the one with eye covers. Some really nice printing on the torso as well. The nice triangle design right there. Some belt detailing that's metallic printed on there. Some creases at the sides, some knee pads, and some back printing as well. If it'll focus. And so you can see the belt continuing on the back, and just some more detailing on the back of his shirt. And yep, that is Kanan Jarrus. And our final minifigure of the set is the Droid Chopper. So Chopper here, I do not believe is exclusive to the set. I know the character is not exclusive to the set, but I think the printing is the same as other versions of this character. I found it really interesting that he actually uses different leg pieces than R2-D2. So as you saw, the leg piece is small. It's much smaller than like R2-D2's droid leg piece, but obviously, it's just kind of normal on the bottom. Has the Technic pin here, and you just plug it in there. And so it's the same idea as R2-D2's legs, it's just much shorter, which I thought was really interesting. I don't know if Lego created these shorter droid legs for this character, or if they were pre-existing and they just decided to use it on this character. But you can see there's some printing on the front here. You can, of course, obviously move his body if you'd like to move it kind of a more tilted angle, or you can move it upright like that. But you can see there's just printing on the front of his body, no printing on the back, but there's printing that goes all the way around his head, as you could see here. And there's also printing on the top of his head right here. Now, as you can see on the top and even around his head, the printing is not perfectly lined up. This is a little bit off center, but you could see that especially here where this is not straight. It goes up a little bit. You can see in the back too, it's not straight, but that's okay. They usually have a problem with the astromech droids and printing straight on them for some reason. So, hopefully Lego could fix that in the future. You have to remember, this is a set that I'm reviewing this in 2020 right now, so it is about 4 years old. So I don't expect them to perfect droid printing, because it's not perfected now. So I'm okay with it. I think it's a good character to get. It makes sense to have him in the set, and yeah, there's Chopper. So other than the minifigures, the only thing you get in the set is the Phantom here. That's the only other thing in the set. It's the only build, really, in the set. And the box says the Phantom, but this is really the second version of the Phantom, which is, referred to as the Phantom 2, or, but this is not the original. It's not supposed to be based off the original. It's supposed to be based off of the second one, which came in the later episodes of Star Wars Rebels. But you can see here there's some landing gear on the side, and that's on both sides. Oh, it's not straight, but they're Technic, so you can fold them up if you'd like to. Now they just say to fold it up like this, fold it forward, which I don't know, I don't think that looks really good, but that's what they show you on the box to do. I think in universe, I think it folds like inwards, kind of like, landing gear of a plane folds into a little compartment in a plane. I think that's how it works in universe, not really sure. But clearly that's not what they've done here. But it's acceptable for such a small little representation of it. I get it. It's not gonna be perfect. I do think the landing gear does, I don't know, kind of takes away from it. Just personally, I think the landing gear looks a little bit like flimsy and a little unnecessary, almost as if I wish they kind of just didn't include it. I would have rather them not include it than include it, just because to me it looks kind of, I feel like they did the best that they could, but it does look really kind of small and kind of useless, like it has no purpose to the actual ship. But nevertheless, something that you should note is there's a lot of stickers in this set. I think there's around 13 stickers, and the annoying part is not only applying them, as applying stickers could be annoying, but actually lining them up, because you could see stickers on both sides, so you kind of want them to be symmetrical to both sides. For example, right here on the front here, this yellow part is a sticker. That's a sticker, and then on the other side is also stickers. So you kind of want that to line them up similarly so they look good, so it doesn't look off. So those two are stickers. This little red arrow on the top there, that is a sticker. There's more stickers on the side here. So this yellow and this blue portion right here is a sticker. This is a sticker as well. Back here, this large portion, let me see. There you go. That's a better look at it. This is one huge sticker. There's another one right here continuing that yellow line. There's one on the wing here, which that one actually looks really nice. I like that one. And then of course there's ones on the other side that match. So there's another blue and yellow sticker up here. There's another large one here, continuation of the yellow line, and one on the wing. So that all makes sense, but it's annoying, but I get it. It's just really annoying to line them up, to try to line them up perfectly. But I would say the outside looks good in general, even like from the back. It doesn't look terrible. There's another one right there. That's a 2x4 sticker, 2x4 plate. Doesn't look terrible in the back here. I would say pretty much from most angles, this looks pretty good as a ship from the outside. The design from the outside looks pretty good. There's another one on the bottom there, the sticker. So the design overall of the outside looks good. So now let's move on to the interior. Now there's not much to the interior, but you can see the cockpit right here. So the cockpit, they actually use a Speed Champions little windscreen piece, which is interesting. And on the inside there, it's going to be a little bit hard, but they actually use a Technic connection to connect this whole front part. So that could come off. I don't know if that's a feature or not. I don't know if that's supposed to be a play feature as like a escape pod or something, but I'm going to use it just to show you the inside here, which is not much. They have one of those double cheese slopes with the print on it right there. And then on the inside there, there's just enough space for one minifigure for Kanan to sit down in there. And they use one of these weird pieces. I don't know what they're called. I don't know if they have a specific name. One of these pieces to sit the minifigure in. So there's no studs that Kanan connects to. He just connects to that one piece there. So we'll put him inside here, sitting him down. Here he is. And you could sit him in there, and he fits in there even with his hairpiece and everything. So you can see Kanan in there. You put the top on, and he's inside. It's a little bit dark, but there you go. You can see him. And like I said, I don't know if this is supposed to connect, but it's just two Technic pins right here, and then just the Technic rod on the bottom here that connects into these Technic bricks. I don't know if this is a feature or that's just the way they've designed it. And then also on the top here, you can see right here, there's a couple of jumpers, and that's just the spot to put Chopper. Now, if this is supposed to be a escape pod, you're leaving Chopper behind, so that's kind of unfortunate, but you can put two minifigures in here, one as a pilot, one droid. We move to the back. You would think this would have a decent sized interior, but it's okay. Again, you can see the little ramp here, and that's just on a couple of clips, so you just lower it. And in there right now, they have a little crate here. So this crate has a sticker on top of it of the Imperial logo, and that's a really annoying sticker because it's just a 1x1 sticker of the Imperial logo, and they only give you one, so you have one chance to make that as good as possible. But you could take the lid off the container, and inside they have two of these dropped it, thermal detonators. Not a new print at all. It is, again, just a 1x1, there you go, 1x1 print. It's one they've had for quite a while now, but this is supposed to be, of course, Kanan or whoever you want to pilot the Phantom, I guess, stealing these thermal detonators from the Empire. I guess that's kind of the story they're trying to tell, and then Thrawn is trying to stop them or something. But that's what's in the back there, and you could the inside space. That's just it. That's the inside there. It's a little dark in there, but there's not much space in there. There's kind of just enough space to fit the crate. You could probably fit. You could fit one minifigure back here. Maybe you could fit two if they're sitting down. Maybe you could squeeze them in there, but it wouldn't be like in a natural position. It would kind of just be you throw two in there. But the back here is not made for passengers. Like I said, you could probably fit one. You could definitely fit one, maybe two minifigs in here, but it's not made for it. It's really just made to hold this crate with the thermal detonators in it back here. And you could just close that up. And that's it for the interior. Yeah, looking at it, you would think it could fit more minifigures or do more with the interior, but that's really it for the interior. So finally, we're going to look at play features. As I showed before, you can disconnect the cockpit here as maybe like an escape pod or something. I don't think it's intentional. They don't show it on the box. I think that's just the way they decided to build the set. So I don't think it's an intentional play feature, but you can use your imagination and that could be a play feature. If you want it to be, you obviously have the landing gear, which you can fold up and you can fold out. Not something I'm a huge fan of. I don't like the way it looks. I know it's somewhat accurate to the show, to in universe, but I think it kind of looks a little dinky, a little, you know, unsubstantial, if you will. And also you have the spring-loaded shooters right here, so they're hidden into the build right here on the side. You can see that one there, hidden into this kind of wing section back here. So you might be wondering, well, how are you going to you know, launch them? And the launching mechanism is actually hidden back here. It's hidden right on top of here, which is a little hard to see. You can activate it with the door closed, but I'm going to open the door for clarity's sake, so you could see up in there. You could see that yellow little like Technic piece there. That's what activates the spring-loaded shooter. So you push it, you know, one way, it'll shoot one. If you push it the other way, it'll shoot the other. So you can't push both simultaneously. You can't shoot both simultaneously, but you can kind of do a quick action here. So let's try that out. You'll see the background. There's one, there's two. So they just got shot out like that. So you could shoot them out pretty quickly. I really appreciate that they're hidden, because I know spring-loaded shooters, I think they're a really, really good play feature, and I know they bothered some collectors that like to display their sets. You know, I like to display my Lego sets as well. For some reason, they don't bother me, but I think this set is great because it hides those spring-loaded shooters, so if you want to use them, you can use them. And it's very simple to use them. Like I said, you just move that little yellow thing in the back there, and then they come flying out. And if you don't want them, you know, if you don't want to show them, if you want to display the set, you can easily, you know, just load them in, and then that's it. They're kind of hidden there. And I really appreciate when a set hides the spring-loaded shooters. Other than that, that's really it for the play feature of the set. Like I showed before, you can open the back here, you can put the crate in and everything, but that's really it. That's all the play features of the set. And here's the instruction manual for this set. Nice small instruction manual. It had the Purge Trooper on the top here, indicating this was released around Rogue One. It has, let's see, about 80 steps, 81 steps, and here is the ad for the back here. So you have all the sets that released in the same wave as this, which seem to be a lot of Rogue One centric sets, which makes sense. You do got some Star Wars Rebels in here, you got some Clone Wars, some Phantom Menace, but the rest seem to be Rogue One related. And then here's all the minifigures from those sets with the nice, you know, Purge Trooper art here on the side. Next we have the Force Builder app, which I did not use, but I think is for younger audiences. I did not use, so I cannot tell you whether it's a good app, whether it's useful, whether it's not. I don't know. And then finally back here we have all of the pieces if you're interested. Here is the sticker sheet. Like I said, 13 stickers, so quite a lot. Mine came bent, which was annoying, but it's okay. 13 of them. So what are my final thoughts about this set? I think this is a really good set for $30, but it's basically the Grand Admiral Thrawn set. I think this is a pretty good minifigure, and it's very desirable, and the desirability for this figure will just grow and grow over the years as he's in more and more Star Wars media. I think the rest of the set is pretty good too. I think the Blind Kanan is a nice addition if you're a fan of Rebels like I am. I really like the mold for the hair and the eye cover. I think Chopper is pretty good, pretty standard, but good. And the Ghost itself, or the Phantom, excuse me, itself, is not half bad of a build. You know, it is a $30 set, and I think, you know, you get what you pay for in that. That being said, this is almost more than double of what it originally was, $30, on the secondhand market. That's the only place you could get it, on the secondhand market. So I don't know if I would suggest that unless you really want Thrawn. I would suggest it only because, like I said, Thrawn's gonna be more popular in the future, and this set probably gonna go up in price. So I think now is probably your time to buy it. Try to buy it, I would say, as soon as possible, because it's not going to be this cheap, for long. It might be expensive than what I would recommend paying for it, but it's only going to go up in price because of Thrawn appearing in future Star Wars shows. So I think it's a pretty good set. I think back in the day, back 4 years ago, this is a really good buy for $30 if you're a fan of Rebels. I don't know if I could suggest it for more than double the price now, unless you really want that Thrawn minifigure. If you do, then I suggest that you get the set before it increases in price even more. So, thank you for watching. See you guys next time.